In 1931, God bestowed upon the earth a fellow that goes by the name Vincent Price. His first acting gig was as a water sprite, although it was officially in the play Chicago, not because he had any acting experience. He was an English major in Yale. Rather, it was his ability to chew gum and walk. Something so mild and pointless. I can see why not actual actors were taught how to do that. After spending what could be assumed thousands of dollars on a useless English degree, he went on to be an actor in Broadway, where he played as a cousin in Victoria Regina. He did this role for a couple of years, until he moved on to an independent studio to work with Orson Welles' Mercury Theatre. Around this time, he found the love of his life, portion of it anyways, named Edith Barrett. In 1938, they both got married. Sometime afterward, he signed a deal with Universal Pictures. This is where he performed in the movie Service Deluxe. In it, he plays a clumsy oaf who accidentally knocks off a priceless hat off a woman's head into the river. So, to be fair, he tosses off his own priceless hat into the ocean. He had a very successful career and an equally impressive art collection. The same cannot be said about his love life. At first, it wasn't really his fault. He was just better than his jealous, talentless wife. The next one would be an affair, which he broke the heart of Mary, to date and later marry Caroline. Along with theater, movies, and television, Vincent did do something else. Kay did a lot of other things, including writing, voice acting, making guest appearances, lecturing, rapping with MJ, but he also did commercials. One in particular we will be looking into today, called the Nashika 3D camera. Get out your VR headsets because Vincent is about to take you on a three-dimensional advertisement. This video is for entertainment purposes. Nothing in here is in mean spirits. I do enjoy the man's work, especially Dr. Phibes. You know that movie where he plays as a whatever the heck and forces a surgeon to save his wife? That one was great. It was also one of the few roles where he had a lot of freedom to shape the character any way he wanted to. Anywho, let's watch this old man get duped into selling us a high-priced piece of crap, shall we?
We see the world around us in three dimensions.
Oh, so that's what's on the other side of a flat Earth.
Shows
Another
us only
Earth.
two. Now
That end comes in a variety of flavors. Break off a piece and try it out.
Three-dimensional world. Introducing a new dimension in photography.
Pornography?
The Nashika N8000 3D camera. Because the world isn't flat.
Damn, checkmate, flat earthers, we got Nashika on our side. It was a dark and boring night. Put her there, pal. Wait, turn on the lights before going down the stairs. Finally, you're here. My execution was supposed to start half an hour ago. First the jacket, then the hat, now the shirt.
Hello, I'm Vincent Price.
It's a well-known
If you
fact
love
that Vincent
classic
Price
movies,
keeps members
this
of
wax
Vinnie Vanilli
museum
locked
might
in his
remind
basement.
you of one of my best-known films, House of Wax.
That or
While it
Kiss
wasn't
meets
the first
Phantom of the
3D
Park.
movie, it certainly was the most famous.
Calm
And
down
its
on the
3D
ego there,
effects
Vincent.
seemed so terrifyingly real, the audiences screamed in horror.
Oh, Vincent Price.
Professor Jared was one of my favorite roles, sculpting these lovely creatures out of wax.
I married
Then
3 of
becoming a
these
villain of
creatures.
monstrous proportions. You know, 3D wasn't exactly new when House of Wax was made in 1953.
3D
in fact,
wasn't
3D
new?
photography and stereographics first appeared in the 1800s. Many households had a stereoscope.
You know,
held
in
them up to your eyes and you
1939,
saw
VR wasn't new.
three-dimensional scenes. Then in the 1950s, 3D became even more popular in movies.
And
some
then
starring
4D came
yours
along
truly.
and...
But all these
Wait, where am
earlier
I?
efforts shared a common problem. You had
It
to
wasn't
use
Hamlet.
clumsy equipment, awkward viewers, or special glasses
Not
to
enough
see
murdering.
the 3D effect. It wasn't fun, and you looked so silly.
As opposed
Oh,
to
things
me,
have
the guy
changed.
playing with dolls in
3D
my
movies
basement,
still
not
require
looking
these
silly at all.
ridiculous glasses, of course. But there's been an extraordinary development in still photography. This
Stealing.
Sheikah N8000. This remarkable new camera lets you
Hold the
take
cue card
3D
still,
photos you can
goddammit.
enjoy without special glasses or viewers.
So,
real, they're
a regular
almost
camera?
alive.
Cut. God damn it, guys.
Miraculous.
The doc
This
says I
photo
have
has
another
such
3 weeks.
realistic depth. It feels as if you're looking into the picture rather than simply at it.
It's my
I just hold
nudes.
a
Take a
photo
look.
squarely in front of me at a distance of 1.5 to 2 feet, and voila, the scene is alive.
But I'm not showing it
This
to you, or
breakthrough
else
in
you're not
home
going to buy the
photography didn't
camera.
happen overnight, you know. It took 15 years of research by hundreds of engineers and technicians, and over $50 million.
Almost
to
the same
create a
amount of
system
effort that
so
went into finding out
innovative
why
it's
kids love the
protected by
taste of
more
Cinnamon
than
Toast
100
Crunch.
patents worldwide. What strikes most people when they first see the N8000 is its
How butt
4
ugly it
lenses.
is.
Each time you take a picture, this quadra-lens system records 4 different views of the same scene.
And the film is
Nishika
$40
Laboratory then
per
puts the
roll.
views
Come on,
back
buy this
together,
already.
creating your 3D photo. Sounds technical and complicated, but don't worry. This camera is as easy to use as any you've ever owned. Here's
Just
how.
point and shoot it.
First load 2 AA batteries into the battery chamber.
Double A
Now,
for,
every once in a
I'm
while,
Vincent
check to make
Price.
sure your batteries are still good by pressing this switch.
And not the other
If the
same
batteries
looking
have
one that
enough
makes the
charge,
camera
this
explode.
red indicator light will come on.
Beep,
Oh, I
beep,
love
beep.
the color
Nuclear
red.
launch sequence engaged.
Then load your film. Not special film.
Thank God I
Just
was
any
worried.
standard 35mm 100 ASA color print film, the kind you find everywhere.
It's as common as air,
Remember,
goddammit.
the Nishika camera uses 2 frames of film for each 3D picture, so you'll get half as many photos as indicated on the label. But they'll be 3 times as thrilling.
I buried my sister
For
alive.
example, this 36 exposure roll will give me 18 3D pictures.
Then Vincent starts like shaking it.
To load
Come on,
your
hand them
film,
over.
Open the back door by pulling up on the rewind knob.
And not the same looking
Insert
knob
the
that also
film end into
self-destructs
one
the
of
camera.
slots on the
Write all this
take-up
stuff down.
spool. Make sure you secure a film
Hey, there's more red
perforation
on the
hole
right.
hook at the base of the slot.
This is
Draw the
basically a
film
normal
cartridge
camera that
across the
uses
back
twice
of
as
the
much
camera
film.
and
I
drop
don't
it
think
into
this
the film
in-depth
chamber.
tutorial is necessary.
But draw out only enough film for the cartridge to reach the chamber. No, you
We're
won't
5 minutes
find
into this
yourself in a
promo and I haven't
chamber
learned a
of
thing about
horrors
this
if you
dumb
draw
camera
out too
yet.
much. But you might not have enough film for the last picture. To take up any slack,
Just
turn the
do
film
it.
wheel at the base of the take-up spool. As with most cameras, line up the film's perforation holes with the film advance sprockets. Close the back, advance your film until you see a number 1 in the counter window. That's it. You're ready to take 3D pictures.
After an
Each time you
hour
take a
of
picture,
preparation,
make
you're
sure the
finally
lighting
ready to
selector
take
is at
pictures.
the right setting. Sunny, partly sunny, or cloudy indoors.
3
Not
aperture settings,
cloudy
all a
indoors, it
professional
means
photographer
cloudy
needs.
or indoors. When you're outside, choose any of these depending on the lighting conditions. But when you're indoors, set the aperture selector to cloudy indoors.
If you use this camera at
After you've
night, it
completed
will
a
catch
roll of
fire.
film, rewind it by pressing the rewind button and turning the rewind crank clockwise.
This advanced
Open
crank.
the back door and remove the film cartridge. Pop it into one of the convenient
It's
postage-paid
inexpensive,
mailers that Nishika
inconvenient, and
provides free of
time-consuming
charge.
process.
You're ready to send it off to Nishika's lab for processing. The suspense will be over before you know it.
Much like the
The lab
film,
will
we can
return your
find
photos
Nishika
within
Labs
3
anywhere,
business days of the
right?
time they receive your film.
If they don't eat it first.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't taken any 3D photos yet, have we?
Oh my god,
it's
I
time
just
to
remembered
remedy
what
that
this promo was
situation.
about.
Let's
Sorry
move to
about that.
beautiful cypress gardens in Florida.
Wow, it's like I'm really
Now,
here.
wasn't that easy? Well,
The families here never
you
catch
know,
me
having
taking
starred in
pictures
some
of
the
them.
most famous 3D moving pictures.
Okay, dude, it
I
was
think
one
that I'll
movie.
just
Don't
direct
oversell
this
yourself.
3D still picture myself, okay? Oh, what do you know? Thank you, girl. That's pretty good. Well, now the fun begins. Hello, Robert.
You're washed up and we hate you.
Just in time to help me explain how to take 3D pictures with your Nishika 3D camera. Let me introduce you to my friends, Robert
Friends
and
is
Carol
too strong a
McLean,
word.
and their
Hostages,
children,
really.
Kevin and Cindy. You know, taking pictures with an Yashica is really not very different from using an ordinary two-dimensional camera.
It's
But if
almost
you
like
want to
that's
take the
exactly
kind of
what it
3D
is.
pictures that make everyone scream, bravo,
Take them of
then there are
me,
a few special
naked.
considerations, mostly involving distances and positioning, and you'll have to bear them in mind. You ready?
What a lovely day for murder. I mean photos.
The first thing to remember when shooting with your Nishika is always to hold the
Oh,
camera
wow,
in a
that looks
horizontal
like
position
garbage.
like this. If you
The
hold
camera
it in a
sucks
vertical
too.
position, your pictures will come out flat, without any 3D at all, and we wouldn't want that now, would we?
Yeah, you wouldn't want that
You
now,
know,
you
your
stupid
3D
son of a bitch.
photos will be most impressive when your picture contains a foreground, main subject, and background. It's as easy
Make
as
sure your
1,
beach
2,
ball
3.
umbrella is
Overlapping
above your...
different objects
when
at
you're...
different distances will
Am I
also
dead yet?
maximize the 3D effect. Okay, Robert, let's take our first shot, shall we? The main subject
Robert's
in this
trying to
photo
escape.
is Kevin.
Will
When
you
you're
just take the
composing
damn
your
picture
3D
already?
shots, think depth.
I
Try
think
to
a
keep
lot
your
about
main
death.
subject at a medium distance from the camera. Have something in front of your main subject and have something behind your main subject. This way you
Dad,
have
we've
at
been
least
standing
3
here for
good
3 hours.
frames
We want to go
where you'll
home.
experience a striking 3D effect. Foreground object in front, then your main subject, and then your background.
Where was I just
In
now?
outdoor shots like this one, the ideal distance for your main subject is between 15 and 22 feet from the camera. Although
The
a
court
couple of
order
feet either
says
way won't make too
25
much
feet away,
difference.
but if they can't see you, I
These
guess 24 is
distance
okay.
guidelines are designed to help you take the most effective 3D shots possible. Follow them whenever you can, and you're sure to be satisfied with the results.
It's a very intuitive and
choose
easy
our
to use
foreground.
camera, as
Just
my
about any
over-detailed
available
tutorial on
object can
shooting
serve
conditions
as your
clearly
foreground.
proves.
Let's see. This bush will do just fine. Although those branches over there would
These
work
are the
equally
most
as
important
well.
parts of the
The
shot.
foreground should be as close to 6 feet from the camera as possible. When you combine a foreground object at 6 feet with a main object at from 15
Vincent,
to 22
sounding as
feet,
enthused as ever.
the 3D effect is spectacular. A caution here.
Are
Don't
my
let your
lips
foreground
pink enough
object
for
come
you?
too close to the camera. The camera's focal range starts at
He appears to be
5.5
taking
feet.
pictures of the bushes
Nothing in
now.
your picture should be any closer to the camera than that. For your foreground, 6 feet is ideal. 5 feet is just too close for comfort.
A bit
As
prophetic
you
there,
look
Vincent.
through the viewfinder, move around until you get the composition you
Dang
like
branches.
best.
Yeah, I'll move right here. Oh,
You
darn.
want the foreground object to overlap more
Ugh, my
distant
three-dimensional
objects in the
immersion is
photo.
ruined.
Then the 3D effect will be particularly dramatic. Remember, we're doing everything we can to capture depth. The crucial
That's why we're
ingredient
spending the
in 3D
whole
photography.
day taking one
The only
picture.
thing left now is the background, and this is really easy. You just don't want your background too close to your main subject. And try not to pose your subject against a flat,
Hey, a
uniform
bird.
background
Guys,
like a
check it
blank
out.
wall. If you do, the result will probably be a picture that won't have the depth you want. To enhance your 3D
We
photo,
iced
try to
Vinny
use the
tonight. Let's
brightest
shake on
colors
it.
possible, like Kevin's yellow shirt. Robert, check your lighting selector.
Right, Vincent. We're in full sunlight, so I'm leaving it on sunny.
Very good. Shoot.
Okay, Kevin.
Not that I'll die
one's
or
for
anything,
Grandma.
because I am already dead.
Now let's take another picture with Carol and Cindy.
Doing their
Photographing a
best
group of
Skittles
people
cosplay.
isn't much different from what we've just done. Robert, since you're
Alrighty, time for
practically a
another
3D
20
expert
hours
now,
of
why don't you help me
preparation.
set up this shot?
Sure, Vincent. Carol, you stand in the middle. Cindy,
Mommy,
you stand
who's
on one side of
Vincent?
your mom.
I don't see
Kevin,
anyone
you
else
stand on the
here.
other side. Not
Men
too
have
close.
strange
Keep a little
motives,
space
hon.
between all of you.
Well, since everybody's at approximately the same distance from the camera, it's best to leave a little space between each person. This way, the background will show through, increasing the 3D effect.
The foreground and the background are both just great.
Whatever keeps you off the
Now,
booze, honey.
If you were setting up this shot, you might be tempted to bring one of the children up to the foreground position. But this doesn't usually work out too well.
Because those
Avoid
kids are
photographing
ugly.
people in the foreground when the main subject is further away from the camera. Oh, by the way,
I rapped
Although
with
it's
Michael
not ideal,
Jackson.
you can photograph people from as close as 6 feet, as long as they are your main subject.
My
And
first
try
wife
not to
sure wasn't
photograph
mine.
people from further away than 25 feet.
You ready?
Have been for
Say
hours, sweetie.
cheese.
Next, we're all going up to a house. It's on a hill, but alas, it's not haunted.
Not until I get there, that is.
Well, here we are in Cindy's house, and it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Cindy.
Who are
Thank
you
you,
again?
Mr. Price.
You're welcome. You know, when you're shooting indoors, lighting is more critical than ever.
Vincent
And that's
scared
why
all
your
her friends
Nishiki is
away.
equipped
Rough
for a
birthday.
hot shoe flash. Any standard flash will work, but we suggest the Nishika Twin Light 3000. It gives you maximum flexibility in all kinds of situations.
Something I like these
Notice how
days.
Carol is adjusting the flash to bounce off the ceiling. That gives a soft glow. The direct flash head aims light directly at Cindy.
Vincent
can't do
Price
this
will
with
show up
most
to
other
any kid's
flash
birthday
units.
party given the right price.
Your Nishika will tell you when you need to use the flash. Just press the shutter release partway down, and if you see a red dot in the viewfinder like this,
That
you
person will
should
be the
use a
first to
flash.
die.
Set the lighting selector at the cloudy indoors position.
So, are you
Indoors, the
planning to show the
foreground is
actual
still around
pictures at
6
any
feet.
point,
But
or
because of space limitation and the fact that we're using a flash, the optimum distance from the camera for your main subject is 10 to 14 feet.
Mom, finally having had
Remember,
enough, suddenly
The more
blasts the entire
interesting the
family with her
background,
deadly
the
lasers?
better the picture.
Vincent, how about starring in this picture with Cindy?
Why, sure. I'd love to co-star with you, Cindy.
Great.
Great smile there, Vincent.
Oh, that looks good. Smile.
I think a kidney just fell out.
Nishika offers these accessories for your N8000 camera.
All
The
ridiculously
Twin Light
overpriced.
3000 electronic flash, the Nishika tripod, the deluxe camera bag, the N8000 camera case, professional camera strap, and lens cleaning kit, and both 2
Happy
and 4 year
birthday, Cindy.
extended warranties. The Nishika camera and accessories are available exclusively through your American 3D Corporation independent distributor. Well, it's time to say farewell, at least for now.
Now that I thoroughly sold you on
I've
this
enjoyed our little
camera,
get-together, and I hope you have too. But before I go,
I'm
let me
going to
say
touch
how
this
delighted I
boob.
am that you have entered the wondrous world of Nishika. Many happy memories captured in lifelike 3D await you. You're
Not
sure to
that
be
I showed
thrilled
you
with
any
the
particular
astonishing
examples
depth
of
and
them.
realism of your photos. Just as thrilled, perhaps, as Professor Jared in the House of Wax was when he first contemplated the realism of these.
This sculpture's expression represents the audience. I am sorry for wasting your time. I'll show myself out. There we go, a legend of cinema and theater, doing promotions for garbage technology. Did it ruin his reputation? Of course it didn't. The man already had a legacy far before doing this. His magnum opus was Diversions and Delights, a solo play which he did over 800 times. People will remember him for classics like that, and his final film appearance, Edward Scissorhands, in 1990. Appreciate the man, not stupid crap technology which will be obsolete the literal second the promo ends. Anywho, I'm Danny. Thanks for watching.